In 1999, Sega published Blue Stinger, which was promoted as an action-themed survival horror game for the Sega Dreamcast. Within the game, the plot is that millions of years ago, a meteorite crashes into the Yucatan Peninsula in modern Mexico, being one of the pivotal factors that causes the demise of the dinosaurs and allowing mammals to dominate the earth, in which humans would be among them. In the year of 2000, an island emerges where the exact impact of the meteorite is estimated to have hit. After observation and scientific work conducted by the United States and Mexican governments, the island is named Dinosaur Island. Later in 2018, Eliot, a member of the ESR, which is an abbreviation of the Emergency Sea Evacuation and Rescue, is actually on holiday off the coast of Dinosaur Island with his friend Billy, while both are fishing in the Gulf of Mexico on a boat. Out of nowhere, a meteorite crashes into the island and sends out a large shockwave and barrier that encases the island. The boat in which Eliot and Billy are in is actually at the cutoff point between the barrier and the outside world, with the boat itself being cut in two, and Eliot being just inside the barrier. A mysterious light emerges and approaches the boat's wreckage, as the light is that of an alien being that takes the form of Billy's small good luck charm figurine, Nephilim. Having no choice but to swim towards the island, Eliot is assisted by the alien Nephilim creature and meets Dogs Bauer, one of the original sea captains that discovered the island back in 2000. The pair decide to team up and explore the island and confronts the monsters and mutations that have taken it over. Through events in the game, the pair meet Janie King, another person in the island, and through events it's revealed that Janie is the estranged daughter of Dogs. Further, Janie discovers hidden information from the island's archives within the island that the meteorite that crashed into the peninsula millions of years ago was in fact an egg. Within the egg was an alien dinosaur-like creature. Eliot, Dogs, Janie, and Nephilim all combine forces to destroy the creature, which they do, as the Nephilim then absorbs the creature. Afterwards, Nephilim then flies off into space. With the creature and Nephilim gone, Eliot wonders if that's the last time that they'll see Nephilim, as Dogs comments that they most likely won't ever see either again, as they later leave the island and the barrier disappears. Billy is also seen to be alive, clinging to the wreckage of the boat in the Gulf of Mexico as he sees Nephilim leaving Earth's atmosphere and heads off into deep space forever. But after the ending game credits, Nephilim is depicted in an unknown part of space transforming into a meteor. As is hinted at, the cycle of the creature, Nephilim, and everything related to it, with crashing into planets, have been an ongoing cycle for possibly countless eons, and that is going to repeat once more. Blue Stinger was actually announced to be the first horror survival game for the Sega Dreamcast, and was actually highly anticipated at the time of its release. Though there were predictions and slight expectations of it becoming a possible franchise for the Sega Dreamcast, nothing came of it due to the troubled conditions that Sega had for the Dreamcast during that time. The game itself later received a mixed response from gamers and critics at the time due to similarities between Resident Evil 3 and Dino Crisis, which were released in the same year. Critics later mentioned that Eliot as a character was unremarkable. Also, that due to the huge competition from those survival games with main characters that were more relatable to gamers, took away from the influence that Blue Stinger had with Eliot, as any real aspirations for the game's future were quickly abandoned. Supposedly, Ryan Drummond, the voice actor for Eliot, was paid just $100 for its talents within the game. The game later developed a reputation of being an underrated classic of the Dreamcast, and of what could have been, but was not, as being a reflection of the late 1990s and early 2000s in video games. Sometimes a character can be forgotten because the ideas were good, but the timing weren't.